What's going on Facebook? Jenny Elizabeth. I just woke up. Literally, I just woke up. I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. But I'm going to drink my coffee on Facebook with you guys and answer any questions that you guys might have. If you have any questions, if you want any comments, anything like that. It is Sunday, so I know a lot of y'all are used to like doing things and maybe you're not able to do them today. So I wanted to just give you a little place to ask questions and chat. I'm going to put my phone number. I know this is crazy. I'm going to put my phone number on the screen, so if you guys want to call me while I'm on this, 9358, you totally can. I'll put you on speaker, and any questions that you have will be asked via the cell phone. Oh, look, that's nice and big. There we go. So I want that available for you guys. So if you have any questions, you guys can call me. I will pick it up. You'll be on speakerphone, and we can go through it. So I'm drinking my coffee. Do you guys drink coffee in the morning? Yes, yay or nay? Don't call me if you're a creep, okay? Leave that for other people. Please, please, please. I hope everybody's going to have a fantastic day. Good morning. You know what? I should put this up. Hold on. Let me put this up. Have questions. Have drop your questions in the comments, or if you want, you can call me and I will put the call on speaker. Save. There we go. What's up, Louie? Good morning. When does the next jump start? We're going back and forth about that. It either is going to start on the 1st of the month or it's going to start on the 12th of the month. We don't know yet. The team is going back and forth about that one. We usually start like the second week because reboots are available the first week. Good morning, Jennifer and Lutz and Teresa. And the other Jennifer. I like that. Well, I'm going to work while you guys are popping in your questions. So, holler them at me. They literally can be anything. They could be anything. They could be anything, anything. Or you can call me, and you'll be on speakerphone. Someone just texted me from a number that I don't know. Oh, good. Louie is over here, acting a fool. Acting a foo-foo. How is Joshua doing? He is... These are funny questions. He is doing better. They actually closed down where he works. Whoa! Louie just tried to put a paw on my coffee. Sir, that's a hard no. My gosh. Does anybody else have a cat that likes to like do this and like everything? They actually closed down where he works. You're very active this morning. And he's the manager, so he's going in today. And he is just keeping social distancing. I think they're doing curbside pickup, I think only. So he's able to go in. He is feeling 100% compared to last week. No, I did not decide to cut my hair, although I'm really thinking about it still, because honestly, first off, it's down to my butt. Let's just be clear about this. And I was looking at it and I was like, it's not super unhealthy, but like literally this much of it needs to go. So if I mess this up, that's like more of my hair being chopped off. And it's just not good. Let me see. Add to broadcast. What does that mean? Oh, that's cool. Do you see your name here? What did I do? I can add your guys' comments to my thing. Look, your guys' faces are on here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Keep dropping your questions. Any questions, literally. Where I grew up. Why do I do this for a living? Why did I choose keto? Who my favorite human is in the world. No, don't ask that. Well, that's so cool. Maybe, Sherry, you and I should go on Facebook Live together and you should teach me how to cut my hair and I'll cut it virtually. What do you think about that? That's what Sherry said. Oh, this is so cool. Look at this. I'm going to put Sherry's comment right there on my face like this. That's pretty cool. How much for what? For a haircut? I will never charge you for a haircut. I don't know what I'm doing. Trim the ends. They're split. Yeah. How am I doing with the coronavirus? Okay, so this is very interesting. How am I doing with the coronavirus? One, I'm very upset that you don't want to be around me, Sherry. I don't know if I have the coronavirus. I should probably go get tested. It's like literally I don't know if I'm sick or if I'm just being a female. Y'all get me? Y'all understand? If you don't, then that's fine. I don't need to explain to you. But this is what I hate seeing so many people in like fear. Fear is a really, really scary. How much is this? Like this app? Like Ecamm Live? What's up, Jen? Jen's my girl, man. I tell you. You ever like just meet people and you're like, that's my girl. I feel so bad for the public that is living in fear. And it's media based and it's the fear of the unknown and the fear. Like it's really unfortunate that, and fear literally is like a crippling thing, right? So with this whole coronavirus, look, people get sick. That's just something that happens. There will be other viruses that come out that we don't have antidotes or that we don't have antibodies to. Like, it's going to happen. I mean, it's happened before. Not at this level, but it's happened before. And like, I know that there's people working on things, but I know. And, people are like, it's political this and da-da-da-da. I don't know everything because I don't pay attention to everything. But I do pay attention to the people because that's who I serve, on social media. And I get phone calls and I've gotten text messages of people crying and just being so afraid. And nobody's afraid of the coronavirus. Everybody's afraid of not going outside. Everybody's afraid of not having toilet paper. Everybody's afraid of, it's all fear. So when it comes to coronavirus, my thoughts on that are, I wish that everybody had the opportunity to self-develop at the level that I have, especially in this business. Honestly, that's probably my favorite thing about being in this business. Also, I've had a really rough upbringing. So like my ability to adapt and cope to not very good situations is probably a little higher than most people's. And what I wish through all of this is that we had more things set up so that when something like this happens, you don't have to, how do I explain this? Like, because I've been through trauma, I've been trained how to cope and adapt. But somebody who's never been through trauma, they've never been trained how to cope and adapt. That sucks. Like, that should be available for people, not just because you went through trauma, but that should just be available for people because that's life. There's going to be something where you have to adapt and cope. So my whole thing when it comes to all of this is I feel really bad for the fear. I feel fear is crippling. I honestly think the fear is more crippling than the virus. And I wish maybe I'll do some stuff on Facebook, like of things that I've learned. I'm not a professional by any means, but it's the same thing I saw when I was a nurse. Like, y'all know that I specialize in detoxing adults off of substances. It wasn't the substance that necessarily kept them down. Yeah, that was like the physical thing, but y'all, once you detox off of that, like, there's a certain part of that goes away, but the fear of not being that person anymore, or the fear of like, of never feeling that way again, or the fear of not being dependent on something, or the fear literally drives the cycle. So that's how I feel about the coronavirus. I wish there was more resources for people because it's scary. Straight up, it's scary. The media has made it very scary. I don't watch any media, but Josh had it on for 2 days, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. So that's how I feel about that. Keep asking your questions and bring it up. Oh, how much are the ketones? Oh, girl, you said how much a keton? I think that's a man somewhere, and we will not price him because he is not a piece of meat. But ketones. Let's go over how much ketones are. That's a cool question. Well, the ketones are, let's do it price per pack. Does that work for you? So if you buy them full price online, I'm going to go back. I'm going to scroll up. Please drop all your questions and I'll answer them as we go. Or you pick up the phone and you can call me. We can have a conversation. I bet you none of y'all are going to pick up the phone and call me. It's like the scariest thing in the world to pick up the phone and call somebody. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Ketones, price per pack, they're $7 a pack. And this is so funny because when I first had my first pack of ketones, and this one's used, but Josh gave it to me, and I was working overnight with my friend Esther, who is in the business with me now, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I will not spend this on this. This was like 2 years ago, more than 2 years now. And I was like, this is how much it costs per pack. And I was like, this is no. And then I drank it. And actually, I drank it wrong, if anybody knows that story. And then I gave it back to Josh, and I said, this is a waste of money. This is not worth it, blah, 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 whatever. I was used to spending a lot of money on other supplements, but they lasted me 30 days, so I thought there was like a bigger value in paying less money for something, but it lasting me longer. I still paid a lot of money. I think I paid like $600 a month. My health is super high on the priority list. So I said, no, I will not. And then he mixed them up correctly and I drank them and I was able to focus for the first time, like literally ever in my life. And it was ridiculous. I have to work on my posture, so I'm gonna sit back like this. And I immediately bought them. I was like, this is game over. But that's what you do at full price. So you can get them for $7. You could get them for free. You could get them, you could come in as a promoter and sell them and make money. Like, there's so many ways. So $7 is the most expensive price per pack. But I don't think I've paid for my ketones and it's probably been 2 years. So just so you know, $7 is where they start. And depending on you, they could be free. They could be $5 a pack. They could be $3 a pack. It's literally up to you. And I can walk you through that further. But I think it's good to know like where it starts from the beginning. And then you can work on getting free product. As a customer, which is crazy. I became a promoter. But you only become a promoter if you want to make money. Stick your hair out the mailbox and let somebody come cut it are seen. You've seen that on TikTok? Oh my gosh. Does that make sense, Christina? If it does, just let me know it makes sense. Should somebody with high cholesterol take ketones, or should they still consult their doctor? I believe everybody should consult their doctor. I also believe doctors are not knowledgeable. So if you have a certain thing that's going on, let me know. Hey, Jenny, like I had somebody who's pregnant, right? And she's like, hey, Jenny, I'm pregnant. And I was like, girl, yes. We've been talking for a long time. And the last time we talked, she wasn't pregnant. She was trying to get pregnant. That's why she went keto. And then we talked again. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm literally screaming for you. I'm so excited. Josh and I are trying to get pregnant. It has not been the easiest thing ever. Y'all, if you guys are like pregnancy queens, you just pray for us over here. Or kings, maybe you're a pregnancy king. I did my last Uber driver. He said, you just need Hennessy and you'll be fine. I said, sir, that's not how it's working. So if you're a pregnancy king or queen, just pray for us over here. And she was like, I want to take ketones. And I said, I need you to consult your doctor first. I said, let me give you some information that he's going to ask for because he's not going to understand what ketones are. And so I sent her the information. Literally, I knew what questions he'd ask. I knew what concerns he would have. That's kind of the cool thing about being a nurse. Like, I know what your concerns are going to be. So I sent her that information, and she came back from the doctor, and she was like, we're good to go. He said, yes. I gave him all the information. He said, oh, I'm so glad that you had all this. Yes, definitely yes. So you can always send me, like, hey, I have high cholesterol, and I'll say, hey, here's a doctor's study on high cholesterol with ketones. Hey, here is information specifically on how your heart and salt and all the things having to do with ketones will relate to your thing. Your doctor will ask these, your doctor will say no because of this ingredient right here. Here is why this ingredient isn't the same as most ingredients like that. Show him, and then he will say yes. So I think it's always good to have your doctor's approval. I've even had people that go to their doctor with their product and their customers, because customers can get customers, right? That's how you get free product. And their doctors become customers. It's really funny. People are acting crazy. I don't know how they're acting around here. I'm very thankful. I've stayed in my house. I work from home. I could not be more blessed. Like, I could not be more blessed. I just couldn't. So I'm very thankful that I work from home. What's up, Tammy from Bakersfield? Fear is awful. I'm living it and trying to stay positive. I have to take care of my 89-year-old mother, which now I can't, and you have to do it in a different way. We all got to figure out different ways to do things. It's so, like, it's just pivot. So it's adaptability in situations. If we get stuck, if we get held down and stuck in a situation, then we can't move. So the virus is not making you stuck, right? You're stuck in your house. That doesn't mean you're stuck. There's social media as an outlet. You have your phone as an outlet. There are people close by to other people that you love. Where there is a will, there is a way, I promise, always. But if you get so caught up in I'm stuck, you won't move. And I know that it's crippling. Trust me. I know that fear and all of this is crippling, but I literally promise you. And we don't know what's going to happen in 3 weeks. Like, we don't know what's going to happen next week. We don't know. But I promise you, if you don't feel stuck now, if you just take the steps to get unstuck, even if it's unstuck for a minute, and then you go back to being stuck, and then unstuck for a minute, and then go back to being stuck, and then next time you'll be unstuck for 2 minutes, and then 3 minutes, and then 4 minutes. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. So if you go through these type of things, that's normal, especially if this is something new you've never dealt with, right? The whole goal is to be like this. No matter what's happening, is to be this person. But when things start to happen, you go here, oh, and then you're like, I got this. And you're like, oh, and then you're like, I got this, and oh. So it's okay. The whole point is you don't want to be like this. You kind of want to, like, even it out a little bit, and then eventually flatline. Not like flatline like heartbeat starts, but like flatline, like your emotions are cool to handle whichever situation you come around. Survival mode from trauma on a regular day. Yeah, so I was abused as a kid. So I literally learned how to survive even when everybody around me didn't understand what was happening. And it happened for about 7 years. So it was literally, I lived in trauma for such a long time. Jennifer's right that I learned how to adapt, and I learned how to survive, literally. And I hate that you. And then I went through a bunch of therapy and group homes and all the other things. Oh my gosh, like the therapists that I've had have been magical workers. And then I've met like beautiful people who just came into my life and changed my life. So I've had a lot of really good people that come in and help through the process. This brain is not the same brain it was 12 years ago, okay? But it happens. And so I know this is traumatic. Fear is traumatic. So I do know that it does level out. So just so y'all know, you'll be good. You have a major surgery on the 31st. Tammy! Let me write it down. Tammy from Bakersfield. Let me write it down. Tammy's got surgery. The cat took my pen. That cat. Well, Tammy, I'll put it in my calendar. How's that? Yeah, people that are used to survival mode, we're not in panic, just like Jen said. Okay, let me put it down. You have surgery on the 31st. Let me add it to my calendar. Tammy Hall. Anybody else have any special things that I need to know about Tammy Hall? Surgery. She's from Bakersfield. Bakersfield. Let's add it in there. Tammy, if you don't have my number already, if you could text it to me so I can text you on that day. Detoxing off drugs and alcohol sucks so bad. Almost a year clean off everything except weed. I would have to agree with you. Living without relying on anything is super scary. Dakota! You little brave woman over there. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Isn't that bizarre? Like, and I don't have a substance problem, right? But even, this is going to sound so crazy because when you have something that you rely on, and this is just super vulnerable, like I know because I didn't have a substance problem, but I was abused. And at the age of 14, I could say something, right? At the age of 7, I did say something. Nothing happened. And so the abuse just continued and continued and continued. By the time I was 14, if y'all knew me as a 14-year-old, it was like I overcompensated. I was so debilitated in those moments that I was so powerful in all those other moments. It was crazy. Like it was wild. So if you knew me as a 14-year-old, you'd have no idea that I was going through that because I was so low here and so high in everything else I did, except for school. I was like, gave everybody the finger and I was like the worst behaving student. I'd run away all the time, which is normal, for somebody who's being abused. But the fear, that was all that I knew. So there was a fear of that not being what I knew anymore. How crazy is that? Like, I know that the substance is there. Just like I knew that my abuse was there. And this is a crazy topic. But like what Dakota says, it's like, it's the fear of it being different and not knowing what different looks like. And it is wild. It is so wild what our brains do when we're so stuck in an unhealthy pattern, what our brains do so that we don't get out of that pattern because the unknown, the new, is scarier than something that we're already surviving in, if that makes sense. So Dakota, you're absolutely amazing. I'll read the comment one more time. I'm going to put it up here just so people can see it. Detoxing off drugs and alcohol. Let's see if I can. Wow, I just made your picture real pretty or really big. Here we go. So I'll read this one more time for you guys. Detoxing off drugs and alcohol sucks so bad. Almost a year clean. Congratulations. Off everything except for weed. Girl, you'll do it if you want to do it. I would have to agree with you. Living without relying on anything is really scary. And it's so wild. Like, it's just wild. That's the way that it is. I have a morning voice for sure. I drank my first one wrong too. I was so excited to get it down because it was delicious. How do you drink it wrong? Well, it says very clearly on the package, drink with 12 to 16 ounces of water. And at the time, I was working at a facility that didn't have the best water up on the ward. So, like, all the water came from the kitchen. And I worked overnight, and I didn't like leaving my dorm unless I, like, really had to. So I only had 4 ounces of water. So I mixed it with 4 ounces of water. And it was disgusting. It was gross. So we're just not gonna talk about that. Betty, I will make sure that you meet Betty. What do you do daily to keep yourself going with your biz? I always feel like I'm just going down a rabbit hole and I don't get things done that I need to. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I do a DMO checklist, daily methods of operation. They're very basic things like reply to comments, happy birthdays, go love on people. It's basically, I spend like the first part of my day just loving on people. Loving on birthdays, loving on stories, loving on their posts, loving on their comments, loving on groups, loving on people, like absolutely smashing it. I love my Peloton group. It's like my favorite place in the world. So I spend my first day just doing that. Then I get up. Okay, so I get up and I exercise. So I do my DMOs and I get up and I exercise. Then I get into my other tasks of the day. And I do what drives my soul, right? So I love appreciation. Not for me, but I love sending appreciation to people. So like writing letters, and actually this is newer for me. I used to send text messages, but I'm actually writing letters now. So writing letters, sitting down, I'm doing 20 in a week. So those are going out to people. So then I spend my time doing that. Then I'll get into the other things on my checklist. I think it's really important to have a checklist. I love creating content. So I have a checklist here of my weekly things. So here it is. This is my entire checklist. So I think it's really important to have one of these so that you know what you need to get done in the day. My DMOs are not on this, okay? So these are just like my business things. So having a checklist. Mine's a little different than most people. I want to do 28 Facebook posts in a week. That means doing 4 a day. That's because of times right now. I want to make sure that I'm more available than I normally are. So every morning I'm going to drink my coffee with you guys. Then I'm going to make a post later on. Then I'm going to go live again with some food. By the way, the garlic bread from last night turned out absolutely amazing. And then I'll make another post. So I'm going to be sharing a lot more with myself. 2 YouTube videos, 4 Instagram posts, 3 Instagram lives, 4 Instagram IGTVs, 1 team podcast, 1 personal podcast, posting in my Instagram story, making sure staying on track with that, recruiting conversations, because literally I think the biggest thing about this business, I love my customers, but when you become a part of the team, I have to really get to know you as a person. That's just the way that I operate. Like I don't know. I don't have a lot of recruits. So like, I think I have 23 recruits total. So I'm not this giant recruiter. That's not my MO. I would love to recruit all the people, but if you don't want to do this, then I don't want to recruit you. Right? So like, my favorite thing is actually recruiting people. And this goes back to that statement of fear is, I actually don't recruit people as much as I want to because I don't want them to feel like they're failing, because then I feel like that's on me. But that's something that I'm working through, and I just need to like realize that some people will do this, some people won't. Like a lot, I post a lot of quotes in like our leadership chats. They're for me, but I know if that they benefit me, they're benefiting somebody else. So it's like 2 people. You can sign up for the gym. Signing up for a gym and signing up for a business are the same. You can't control who goes through the door. Like there's a lot of people sign up for the gym and they never actually go through the door. So it's the same thing with the business. Like I can't let that stop me. So I have recruiting conversations on here, which I'm very thankful for. I've had a bunch of those yesterday. New customer conversations. Those are my second favorite because I love like the month later getting the text messages that life has changed. Hold on. Prove It app just went off. Let's see what just happened. We got a new promoter. I love that. We do have this wild, you know what? Maybe I can put it on here so you guys can see it. Coaching calls on Tuesday. As much as those are for my team, Those are for me. So every single Tuesday, that's like my balance day. I feel like that's my refresh. So I spend every Tuesday with our organization, not it's ours. There's a lot of people. I don't just coach my personal recruits. I coach the entire organization's personal recruits. So I use Tuesday as like my refuel. I love to spend time with people. I love to work through things. I love to make sure that you're being served. That's my love language, acts of service. So I make sure that there's one day a week where I don't work my personal business. I take a break and I do other things that I love. And I also I take time. So every single night I turn my phone off at a certain time. I hope that answered some of your questions. You're having a mesh surgery. Is that for like a belly button? You're going to have to explain more in a private message. You love the sip and chat? Haha! You guys, you know what? I'm chatting more than I'm sipping. Once my coffee's gone, that's it. We're done. Caramel macchiato with white coffee is so good. Jennifer and her daughter are working from home now. Kristen says that doctors are not that knowledgeable. Her doctor didn't even have a clue about keto. She tried telling me it was bad because I can't have greens and veggies. I eat greens and veggies all the time. Jennifer does trauma stories. Jennifer does trauma training with children. Isn't that so cool to kind of see? So somebody did trauma training with me. So Jennifer, just know, this is really cool for you to see, is that you're seeing work that somebody did with me. I'm 32 now. Am I 32 or 31? I don't know how old I am. I never thought there would become a day when I forget how old I am. I'm 31, I think. And the abuse stopped when I was 14. So let's do math here. So that's 17 years ago. So you're seeing work for the last 17 years that people have poured into me. Many trauma specialists. And how crazy that's what y'all like to do for a living. I love you beyond words. So you're seeing what it looks like 20 years later, which is really cool because I know when you're in it, it's like, oh my gosh, when is this going to connect? When is this going to connect? It eventually all connects, which is really cool. Yeah, we can get a trial pack to you. And Christina, if I'm not your person, you know what? I'm going to message you right now. Let me go get you, girl. Send me a message in the Facebook world. Let me see if I can send it to you. Christina. What is your last name? Turner. All right, I'm going to have to search for you because you're not popping up. I'll just do this with you guys. Christina Turner. Amber Higgins. Christina is who you're going to contact to get your ketones. It's not me. Amber Higgins is your girl. I will show you what her profile looks like if you're still on here. Oh, she's beautiful. She's a beautiful human. Let me show you. So Amber Higgins, she is your girl, Christina. So I am not your girl for ketones. Amber is, and she offers all the same things that I do. We work in the same organization, and so you are going to be loved on by Amber. She's absolutely amazing. So make sure that you message her immediately and say, I want to get started with the trial pack. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Any other questions? I love Christina is ready to get going. Is Christina still on here? Okay, girl. Yes. Okay, I love it. Way to go, chickadee. I'm so excited for you to get started. All right. I love it. All right, I'm looking for more questions on here. Oh, Jackie drank hers in 5 minutes. Yeah, they taste so good. Yeah, you should be working on things right now. So that's another thing I just want to point out. And if you guys have questions, maybe you want to text them to me, you can text them to me. My number is still on the screen for you. Oh, baby. Tammy just texted me. I love it. Stop watching so many people and start being the person that so many people watch. So I don't watch a lot of content on Facebook of people that are in the business unless I'm learning. So like the playbooks that just happened, I watch those. So unless it's content that I know is directly going to influence my business and help me grow, I don't watch it. So like I love that you're on here, but you don't need to watch me. You should be live right now doing your own thing, right? So like I'm nothing special. I'm really not. And that's something you are. So you need to do the things instead of watching the things. So if you find yourself caught up a lot in watching, stop watching and start doing. So like let's say that you see somebody's story and you're like, oh, that's so good. Instead of continuing on to the next person's story, duplicate that story in your own way. Stop, act. Because what I found is a lot of people, and what's your color? So are you green, red, yellow, or blue? Let me know what you are. I found that a lot of people, they stop and they watch and they get so caught up in, I can't do it. I can't be like that. So whenever you find something, like let's say you love this, stop and do. Does that make sense? Jackie, you're going to get a letter, so I love it. That's because you're a boss. I love that you're part of our team. I really do. I love Jackie. Only 1 cup of coffee? Yeah, for sure. Only 1 cup of coffee. Deborah's doctor didn't have a clue either. Oh, I love it. Jennifer's boyfriend is a doctor and he does keto. Really cool. I have a job, but I want to get into this. Isn't that so crazy? The fear literally holds you back. So I'm going to share this with you guys. Let me get a photo on here. This is the deal. This is ridiculous, this deal. It's so cool. So this is what's happening right now. Let me just take this really fast. And so this is the Dollar Ketone Club. And this is a relief program that Prove It put out because we know people are losing their jobs right now. We know that there is a lot of things going on, but we also know that in these times, like my business is bigger than it's ever been. That's because people they value their health at a higher level, which I wish people valued all the time, but sometimes it takes something coming around. So it's called the Dollar Keto Club, and it's coming into the business with $1, and it's getting 40% off of your kit. So it's $234 for these 3 boxes. You can get 2 of them and get $100 free in product, which you can use next month and get a box, right? A box is 101 on SmartShip, so you literally get a box free next month. And you sell these in 3 packs or 5 packs, and you make your money back, which is amazing. So this gives the opportunity for somebody to come in and make $245. And I do it. So I sell ketones. So I know that this is real. So it's $235 altogether. And then if you bring 5 people on with you, which people need jobs. There are people who have lost their jobs. And I work from home. I've been working from home for a year now. And it's the most magical thing. And now people are stuck at home with no jobs. So this is a means to not only give back to the community, but to actually put money in your pocket. And I know for a fact, $200, $300 is a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal to me now. I mean, I'm very thankful for the amount of money that I make in this business, but there was a time when I couldn't put gas in my car. If I had an extra $240, that would change my whole world. I would be very wise with that. So this is currently going on. We don't know how long it's going to be up. We just want to give people an opportunity in a time when there's not a lot of opportunities. And working for yourself is the biggest opportunity. So that is available. And I know it's scary times right now, but that is 100% available for anybody that wants to come into this business. And if you're not with me, then you'll be with somebody else who's absolutely fantastic, and we'll all be on the same organization. So just know that. Don't let fear hold you back from this. It's completely changed my life, and it's changed a lot of other people's lives. Let's see. You're not too old to start. You're definitely not too old to start. Yeah, I got lots of stories. Actually, I'm the youngest person on our organization. And I think that might have changed recently, but as of now, I am the youngest person on our team. Period. I'm the youngest person. So most of my people are 40 and plus, and a good chunk of them are 50 and plus, and then we have some that are 60 and plus. So all ages. And realistically, the people that are a little bit older, they do a lot better in this business. Let's see, any other questions? Jennifer wants to get started doing this too. It can be a side hustle. So that's a cool thing, is like, this doesn't need to be your plan A. This could be your plan B, and then as everything comes back, you have something else fueling income. So this doesn't have to be your main gig, but as something, an extra $500 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $10,000 a month, like, it changes your life. And when you start getting paid extra for helping people, it's ridiculous what it does. Well, coffee is almost done, so y'all let me know. Oh my God, I text Nicole because she was going to do a Zoom with me, but let's see. Nicole. I'm thinking about setting up a Zoom call later on today where you guys can ask questions with the people that I have brought into the business. Christina, you're going to have to reach out to Amber, and she will tell you how much for them. I'm drinking cream and collagen right now. What the heck? Cool. I love it. And Jennifer, I think you will be working with me. I gotta double check this. Yeah! I love it. I just messaged you. All right. Perfect. I'm gonna tell Amber to reach out to you, Christina. I'm excited for you to get started with her. My coffee is cream, which I don't even have over here. I just put coffee. I did it on Instagram Live this morning. So I literally just made it. So it's caramel macchiato. Caramel macchiato. This bad boy has got 12 grams of fat in it, which is really good. It's got 4 types of collagen, and it's got 3 types of MCT. And it tastes ridiculously good. Total carbs are going to be 3, and it comes from erythritol. So it is a sugar alcohol. And it's delicious. It's delicious. It's really good. I love this one. It's so good. All right. You guys have any more questions? I'm about to take my last sip. And then that will be it for today. And I'll be back tomorrow. So I'm going to do these every single day. Sip and talk. Talk and sip. So let's say you didn't ask a question today. Maybe you want to ask it tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow you'll pick up the phone and call me. I have no idea. But I will be doing these daily just so you guys have an opportunity to ask any questions that you want. I have no idea what pero or postum is. Is it coffee? I just had to look it up. Yeah, can I show you guys that? So that's kind of cool. Any coffee it works with. So like I drink mine with, I think it's coffee that you're talking about over here. I just want to show you guys this. I think it's really cool. How do I get that screen back? This one. Look at my skin when I first started. So that is a full face of acne. I think that's pretty cool. Yes, I think those are coffee, Lisa. So yes, it will work. All you do is you take the hot coffee, you pour the cream in it, and then I blend it. But you can literally put the cream in it and you can mix it, or you can get one of those little stirrers. So I started keto because I had acne. Kristen, so thanks for saying that. My skin looks amazing. So that's my acne face at a good place. It hurt to wash my face. And then very quickly the acne went away. And before I knew it, oh, that's the same picture. Before I knew it, I was left with an entire face of acne scars. You can still kind of see there's a little bit left up here on my forehead. But I continued with the products and I was getting the same. I haven't changed my skincare routine throughout this entire thing. I did try a bunch of products, but it didn't help at all. So I just went back to what I was using before the acne actually broke out. And my skin has regenerated itself, which is really, really cool. So this is my skin now. That was like a year ago. And really, really crazy, this whole thing. And then fat loss is always... I didn't expect it, but I'm very thankful for it. I feel like I'm living in a dream body. Like, I can see my abs when I wake up. That is weird. That is weird. So that is all I got for you guys. I am done. Let me take my last sip. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be posting in about 4 hours an interactive post, so please make sure you come back and interact on it. I appreciate you guys spending time with me this morning. I'll be back tomorrow. More sip and chat every single morning as I drink my coffee and just enjoy it with you guys. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.